Hi everybody, Andrew Cuneo here with another alchemy video. This time I'm going to try out goblins because of this new goblin Moria Marauder that has this ability that whenever a goblin or an orc, I don't have any orcs, you control deals combat damage to a player, you exile the top card of your library and you can play it this turn. That effect is occasionally going to be really good. A lot of the time it's not going to actually do all that much, because if you need to spend your mana to make sure that this guy's going to be able to get through, then you're not going to have mana left over to cast the cards, and they only last till the end of the turn. The more important part about this card, honestly, is just that it's another 2-drop. You could try playing this in Historic. I think in Historic there's going to be better options for goblins, probably. I mean, maybe you'd want to play this in small numbers, but in Alchemy, there really aren't that many good goblins that are legal. Like, there's the core of Rundvelt Hordemaster, which is very good, Battle Cry Goblin, which is pretty good, and Squee, and then you're kind of looking for stuff to fill things out. I've got Goblin Trapfinder. I think it's the best 1-drop. This card used to be great. It was nerfed a little bit, and it was never really great in like a normal aggressive deck. It was more of a combo enabler. Then I've got Goblin Influx Array, which this is the main reason to want to play goblins in Alchemy. This card is a whole lot of value on a 4-mana enchantment. I learned yesterday that Fable of the Mirror Breaker is still legal in Alchemy, and it makes a goblin, so I've got it in my deck. And then I also have Cabaretti Revels, which this is not a combo Cabaretti Revels deck. I'm just playing Cabaretti Revels for value. And honestly, this card makes it important to have a 1-drop in my deck, which is why I've got Goblin Trapfinder. I wish there was like another good option, because honestly, I would probably like to play a little bit more than one 1-drop. I've got a little bit of removal in my deck, 3 Abrades and 1 Nahiri's Warcrafting. I've chosen to play Abrade over Molten Impact or Mephit's Enthusiasm because I think it's important to be able to kill Crucius at instant speed. Molten Impact wouldn't work very well in my deck because I just don't have enough other instants and sorceries to trigger it. Mephit's Enthusiasm, which is kind of like Molten Impact, but it improves your creatures, would work okay, but it can't kill Crucius at instant speed. I played against one person who was playing Volcanic Spite, and I think they were choosing to do it over Abrade. And I actually think that might make sense, because people don't really play very many Reckon or Bankbusters in Alchemy, and they don't really play any other artifacts either. So maybe the advantage of Volcanic Spite is better than the flexibility of Abrade. I don't know. I'm going to play with Abrades today, but I could see that being a good switch to make. Nothing too special going on with the lands, really. Just a little bit of green mana to be able to play Cabaretti Revels, and then the red lands you would expect. The sideboard is pretty useless, I would say, in this deck. I have 4 Lithomantic Barrages in case I happen to play against someone who's playing Esper. It is a good card there. A couple more Nahiri's Warcraftings in case I want to have more answers to Sheoldred. Another Abrade. This would be in case I'm playing against someone who's playing Crucius plus Jarsel or like some other really juicy target for Abrade. An Unlicensed Hearse. There are, if you watched my video the other day, I was recurring a lot of stuff out of my graveyard, and I think you can actually build a pretty good Reanimator deck in Alchemy. Some Bloody Betrayals. These would be in case people are putting Atraxa into play. They're trying to cheat Atraxa into play. I have another Squee in my sideboard against control decks, and I think this bottom card is a Goblin Trashmaster. It is. This is just bizarrely legal in Alchemy. If I played against someone who's playing lots of artifacts, it would be great. I don't really think it's going to be all that useful, but as you watch me play some games, you're going to see that I don't really sideboard all that much with this deck. At its core, this deck wants to be a Goblin synergy deck, and there aren't really a lot of other goblins you could have in your sideboard that are reasonable to play with that would be good in particular matchups. So the sideboarding is going to be pretty limited with this deck, I would say. I don't know if anybody on the Arena team actually watches these videos. It would be nice if you would fix your rank system. This I don't know why it's the case, but it's incredibly easy to increase your rank in alchemy. I think some of it is because you get paired oftentimes against people who just have, like, they have decks that have no chance to win. Which makes it easy to have really long winning streaks. Probably my opponent is playing a real deck, and it will be somewhat competitive. I don't know. But I got my rank up to 10. And, like, I was just experimenting with literally just trying random decks to see what kind of decks I would make videos for. I was not playing particularly good decks. This is one of the reasons where usually I'm not very highly ranked because I don't do the things that you need to do to make your rank go up, which is if you just play a good deck in alchemy, your rank will go up pretty easily. Has been my experience. Like, I actually intentionally tried to rank up in the middle of the month playing standard just because I thought my standard deck was pretty good and I wanted to see how high I could get my rank. And I didn't max out, but I was, like, getting to the top 100 what required actual effort, but going from 100 to 10 playing alchemy, it required nothing at all. It doesn't seem like it should work that way. And honestly, also, I don't want to finish in the top 250 because it's better to finish between 250 and 1200 the way the rank rewards work, as far as I can tell. So I'm going to have to switch to playing really bad decks for the last week, probably. Actually, probably just for a day or two. It doesn't take long to make your rank go down, if that's what you want. But anyway, it would be nice if Arena had a real rank system that actually worked. It isn't even close to having that right now, I would say. Ooh, the Brash Taunter. There are matchups where this guy is insane if you hit him off of Goblin Influx Array. I'm suspecting this is not going to be one of those. I don't really know what my opponent's up to. Do I just want to play the Brash Taunter because I know it's not going to die? And it uses my mana more efficiently? I think I do. What do you think they're up to over there? This is a land they stole from me, right? So they're a Grixis deck that doesn't do anything, it would seem. Oh man, they countered the Brash Taunter brutal. I don't think so. Take two. Be curious to see if their deck is capable of beating Goblin Influx Array. Sometimes they have invoked the Spirit. Okay. So it gives them some help. It's possible they're just going to die this turn, though. Yeah, probably not. Squee will be coming back next turn. Probably. It's possible I trap find something else that's juicier to play. Like another trap finder. Keep trap finding these trap finders. It's not really how you want the card to work. Oh, the Corpse Appraising the Squee. Nice. Are they just playing? I think that no, they do have Crucible. Sometimes you play against people in Alchemy who I think they joined the Alchemy queue when their deck got banned from Standard, which I guess is as good of a reason as any. I should remember that I'm playing with Fable the Mirror Breaker and not just play all my lands. Alright. Opponent's got some stuff going on. Corpse Appraiser is really good against just kind of creature swarm decks. I've been holding this Nahiri's Warcrafting in case I had to face off against a Shield Druid, but I'm going to have to use it now, I think. I think I may have exhausted all my Trapfinders as well. Maybe there's one left? I don't know. So far we've seen Make Disappear and Essence Scatter. Essence Scatter's a bit of an odd one to pick. Ooh, I still had a Trapfinder left. That's got to be my last one. It is. Now corpses are being appraised again. This is why Corpse Appraiser is so good, because it just chains to get with itself. So I'm going to draw a Squee and have it Cabaretti Revels into Battle Cry Goblin. That's my plan. I'm not going to be able to do that plan because I don't have Cabaretti Revels anymore. I do have Rundvelt Hordemaster. That's nice. I think I'll save it for next turn. Oh, it's the Willy Goblin. Willy the Goblin. What are you up to? This can't actually find anything because I don't have any more Trapfinders on the deck. This is going to die the turn I play it, so I'm going to save it for a spot where it actually might do something. Skirk Prospector. Okay. It's still possible for me to win this game, although it's going to take a pretty good turn. My deck has a bunch of Battle Cry Goblins left in it, though.
I will burn Phyrexia to ash.
Am I getting double Invoke Despair?
Let's go.
No. That's not a good start. I think I want to sack the Skirk Prospector. I guess I could sack the Wily Goblin and the... maybe I should start by sacking the Wily Goblin. I don't know, I kind of need just to be an attacker this turn. That's a good start. Battle Cry Goblin, Battle Cry Goblin, Battle Cry Goblin. No. It wasn't a Battle Cry Goblin. If that had been a Battle Cry Goblin, I would have killed him pretty easily. Okay. I think that I have enough blockers I'm not going to die. To Chandra minus. You can put me to 1. I do die to double invoke despair.
Let's give it our all.
Alright, because then they just Chandra minus as well. Man, that was close. Against such a deck as that, I think I'm just going to have another Abrade so I can kill Crucius. Moria. It's Moria. Or is it a Marauder from Moria? I always get confused. Alright, we're actually going to get value off the Moria Marauder. I think I'm almost guaranteed to hit something I can play. Out of 3 cards, like a land and something I could play would be nice. We got the land, we got something I could play. Ooh. We got Fable. I think Fable's better than the Rundvelt Hordemaster here. Really, next turn, I just want to play Goblin Influx Array. Opponent's not up to much. Golden Impact, nice. Playing the Battle Cry Goblin that turn saves me from having to spend mana on giving it haste next turn, which I might not want to have to do. Here's the Crucius I was expecting. Guessing this probably didn't make any sense at all. I don't know why I did that. Get some arson going on. That was enough. They'd had enough. Maybe I want more Squeeze in my deck. No, it's weird. Cabaretti Revels seems really good too. I think I'm just going to play max Cabaretti Revels. Right on time, Goblin Trapfinder. I think I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to not play into their 2-mana counter and also leave up Abrade so I can hit a Crucius. Or even, I would kill the Goblin token from Fable the Mirrorbreaker too. This is kind of stuff I haven't Abrade in my deck before. Alright, now we need, find me a land, Moria Marauder. 1 land, please. You did it. Sensing my Moria Marauder is going to die. Been impacted. This is probably going to get countered. Let's find out. Nope. Okay. Might have go for the throat. And they're going to clean up the Trapfinder too because of the Molten Impact. Molten Impact is such an insane card if you're playing against someone who just has a bunch of creatures in their deck. Oh, they're making clocks. I don't know that I'm really going to cast this Fable anytime soon. Battle Cry Goblin. I can potentially Boseiju the Midnight Clock if it's about to go off, which would probably be a good play, but that's not going to happen for a bunch of turns. Come on, find me something good. Moria Marauder. Like a land? Land would be something good. I don't know that I can really find me anything else here. I want Fable. Actually, there are better cards than Fable. Goblin Influx Array or Squee would both be a lot better. Even Abrade would probably be better than Fable. Crucials. It would have been way worse for me, I think, if it was a Corpse Appraiser there. Because they had the active reflection, but they don't have anything to do with it. So they went ambitious, so they have something that costs 3 or more. I could also Boseiju the reflection. Don't think that's what I'm going to do this turn, though. Block. Lonely End, it's 2 mana, so that's not the card they got off of Crucius. That's also not the card they got off of Crucius. Is there another Invoke Despair? It's either Invoke Despair or it could be another Crucius, right? Or a Corpse Appraiser. It's Invoke Despair. Which that's fine, actually, because I think there's a decent chance I kill them on my turn. Surprise, it's a Squee. And it's a Rundvelt Hordemaster. Oh, I had more. Come on. On the draw, my hand starts on turn 3, and I don't have 3 lands. Guess I should mulligan. This seems better. Might have been better to put Sokenzan on the bottom and just have a Sokenzan in my deck still. So I think that I'm going to either wind up playing this as a land or discarding it, given that I've kept it. I don't really have a lot of ways to shuffle my deck, so having the bottom card of my deck be a Sokenzan really probably doesn't matter very much. I think all of my stuff that gets things out of my deck is alchemy things that seek. So it really didn't matter. I guess it's also possible that these Fables get countered and I actually wind up using Sokenzan, so maybe it was better that I kept it. Fire Inscription, I have no idea what this card is. Okay. I saw someone say on Twitter that they thought that the Ring Tempts You might play better than people are expecting because initiative was so good, which I think now that I've seen the Ring Tempts You in action a little bit, we don't have to worry that it's going to be too good. Come on, something good. I guess they're kind of close to killing me, right? Now all their instants deal 4 damage to me. If they just play a bunch of Considers here, I might be doomed. I didn't exactly have the fastest start. Play some sort of juicy artifact for me to Trash Master, please. You're not cooperating, opponent. Just gonna play Cabaretti Revels. I really want to kill them next turn. I don't think I should. There's a reasonable chance I'm just dead. I need 3 instant/sorceries. Probably it's likely I'm not dead, but I guess they're going to kill a couple. Like, if they kill 2 of my creatures and put me to 4, I'm not going to be in good shape. I might still be able to kill them, though. Since I hit a Chieftain. They did all this stuff with the ring, but they never had a ring bearer. I don't know about that plan. It's technically more damage if I Reflection of Kiki Jiki than Moria Marauder, but I don't need the damage. So, like a blue-red spell deck. Guess I want Squee. They might have some creatures in their deck to be tempted by the ring. I'll leave one Abrade in my deck. Maybe I should leave a Lithomantic Barrage. What if it's a blue creature they have? I'm feeling lucky. Let's do it. They do have creatures. They have creatures and they're not even blue. Been bamboozled. Find me some lands, Moria Marauder. Find me some lands. Not a land. Oh. It's the wrong removal spell, too. Probably would have been better as an Abrade, Lithomantic Barrage. Probably would have cast you over the Rundvelt Hordemaster. Also, how did the Moria Marauder let me down so much that it didn't hit a land there? Inferno. That's like copies spells, right? Oh, we gave this... No, we didn't give it double strike. He went ham on being tempted by the ring. This game's not going so hot. Saruman the White down. Doesn't seem like this is a game I'm gonna win. I'm dead, right? Because they had... Oh no, they didn't get to the part where I lose 3 life. Now I just die if they have any instants or sorceries. Kenra Spellspear is the ring bearer, turns out. I think I want to have all my Abrades. I don't think I actually want to have a lot of grindy stuff in my deck versus their deck. Or not maximum grindy stuff, at least. Not a little bit, though. This is a good hand. It's a good 6-card hand. And it was clear that I was going to keep all 3 lands, so I didn't even have to worry about whether or not it'd be better to have Sokenzan on the bottom of my deck. Dodged a bullet there. That shock that the ring tempts you has to be an instant, right? I didn't look from last game, but there'd be no reason for that to be a sorcery. It would just be too bad. Stasis Field. You got it. You know, obviously this person is playing with the cards they've got, the commons and uncommons, but surely you could find an instant or sorcery that you could replace Stasis Field with. In your deck that's like all prowess and cards that trigger off of casting instants and sorceries. Ooh. They trapped my Trapfinder? Rude. I don't think I'm so excited about Boseijuing this Stasis Field that I should keep it here. card do? X damage to a creature and 1 damage to each other creature with the same controller. Not bad. So that's probably a Kenra Spell Spear that's going to last 1 turn. It's a 1-shot Spell Spear. Gandalf's Sanction and Birthday Escape. Can this hit Planeswalkers? No, it's only creatures. If this could hit Planeswalkers in addition to creatures, and that, well, it'd be like a fringe playable standard card, but given that these cards are only legal in Alchemy and Historic, it's not nearly good enough. I'm just, oh no, this is a Squee that's in my graveyard, right? It's not a Hordemaster card. I think I'm just going to play Goblin Influx Array this turn. Pretty likely to kill them next turn, regardless of having missed the Squee damage. And this way, if they actually have some sort of sweeper, I'm set up to win a longer game too. For people who haven't played Alchemy, this is a kind of weird spellbook card in that you just get a random card from it, but they're all goblins. So over the course of this video, we've seen me gotten most of them. They're all pretty good hits. Goblin Arsonist is probably the worst card, or the one that's the least useful. Oh, they got Forge Champion. So, they're dead. Are you ready for my Goblins, opponent? Are you ready? They mulled to 5. Not a great start for them. Come on, something good for next turn. Oh, kill the Rundvelt Hordemaster, and I'm gonna hit Moria Marauder. No. At least I didn't draw that Karplusan Forest. If they're playing a reanimation-based strategy. Kind of seems like it if they have Caves of Koilos in their deck. It's an atypical inclusion in a Grixis deck. They didn't discard an Atraxa, at least. I was on the play this game. I could Boseiju the Cruelty of Gix. But I think it's better to just play an untapped land so I can deal them a bunch of damage with the Battle Cry Goblin. Oh, my Squee only costs 1 because of the Influx Array and the Pathfinder ability. I see. They're going down to 4. If they somehow manage to get Atraxa into play this turn, they're probably going to win. Barring that, I think they're going to lose. Might actually want this land because it allows me to multiple activate Battle Cry Goblin. I had played these cards in the completely wrong order. If they had to go for the throat, they would punish me. A lot of goblins coming at you. So this is obviously some sort of reanimation deck. Definitely don't want Nahiri's Warcrafting. Let's try a Hearse. 2 Bloody Betrayals. And 2 Abrades because probably they have Crucius in their deck. I definitely know they have Fable the Mirror Breaker, so there's going to be targets for it. This might be one of those hands where the Rockfall Vale is going to be kind of awkward. I think if I don't draw an untapped land for, I mulled the 5 again. Yeah, I didn't draw an untapped land, so I'm just going to guarantee my 2-drop rather than trying to high roll getting the Trapfinder into play. The Trapfinder doesn't even hit hard enough that it's a big upside. Like it may, if this next card, well actually, if the top card of my deck had been an untapped land, I maybe would have profited a little bit, but as it turns out I did not. This isn't going great. They mulled the 5 again, so it's not like they're up to much either. We can invoke Despair. I'm just not going to block. I think I want access to the mana from the tokens. And if I'm going to block, I have to be willing to triple block, because it would be kind of crazy just to block with only one creature, that, or with only double block there. It's just guaranteed to go wrong almost. I don't need this land. I want to make a land drop this turn, but if I don't, I'll just wind up burning a treasure. Ooh. I think I'm actually going to save the Battle Cry Goblin for next game. So I can copy a Rundvelt Hordemaster in combat if they block the token from Squee, which I will do. And they're probably dead. Look at all these good goblins I've got in my hand. If they have a sweeper, they're going to be very dead. I think even if they get Atraxa into play this turn, I would deal enough damage to them to just kill them through it. Like if they have Cruelty of Gix, yeah, they didn't even have anything. But I think I could have easily dealt 13 damage through 2 blockers. Well, that's going to be it for me for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. There's a lot of winning with goblins. I don't know how good that deck really is, but it certainly did powerful things. Until next time, have a good rest of your day.